decided to make a short film of an exhibition I've been having in St Ives for the benefit of family and friends and any others who were unable to make it down. It's the second virtual exhibition I've done, and mercifully will be quite a bit shorter than the first. I'm not certain of the provenance of this photo. I found it online, but someone came in and thought they'd seen a very similar interior in India somewhere. I really liked the tiling on the floor and the sense of light and space. And for a long time it was just an empty room. When I found this figure to put inside the room, I felt much happier with the composition. And yeah, I think it was quite important, the presence of her arm there breaking up this line. She's only really been sketched in, but yeah, hopefully there's a vague sense of mystery about what she's up to, or why she's there. This cutting that I found in a magazine has been languishing for years. I've been meaning to do a painting of the figure. I was not clear about the significance of the script up above. I think it is to do with the Sandinistas and maybe a set in Nicaragua. I've changed quite a bit. I put a tile floor here, put some collage here and a mirror. Make the space more interesting. It's not clear what she's doing there, if she's just posing for the camera or if she's carrying some message or other. It's not a painting that is meant to carry any political message, but I suppose some people might interpret it in that way. And I think it's, as I say, it's the celebration of the anniversary of some victory or other. The two corn snakes at home shed their skins probably every 2-3 months, and I've tried to use them in a few paintings. It presents an interesting challenge. You can quite easily stick them down on a board and then put a layer of glue over the top of them, and it creates a really interesting surface to work on. And you can make some good marks and get quite a nice shimmering effect. I've mainly concentrated on trying to do portraits using the snake skin, but I've used them in a few other pictures as well. And yeah, I shall continue to experiment. This photograph was taken by a friend of mine. It was taken about 30 years ago. It was part of an advertising campaign in the Eastern Bloc, I think Poland. And I'm not sure if it was advertising some local firewater or cigarettes, anything like that. The photo, the original, is much more colourful than this one. I decided to do it in this rather sombre palette and just create a sense of mood and atmosphere. I think some people have likened it to a scene from Casablanca or something like that, which suits me fine. But he looked quite like the hardened drinker, and yeah, it's very different from the original photo, which is really beautiful with lots of turquoise colours. It was interesting to try a more sombre palette for a change. This is a painting that has been through a host of changes. To begin with, the board was extended out this way, and there was a fireplace. And I even had flames in the fireplace. Decided to cut that bit off. It just made it a bit too confusing. And kind of cut it down to this rather more peculiar scene of people going up a staircase. This was a still I took of a film. I think it was part of a Spanish series called Money Heist. Didn't really watch very much of it, but took this. In the original photo, I think there were any number of people trooping upstairs. It's not really very clear what's going on, but I've called it full moon, and you do have those really intensely bright moons which just create this extraordinary light. There are lots of paintings underneath this one, so there's really quite interesting colours and textures going on here which please me, and it's very much open to interpretation. With this exhibition, I decided I would try to put a little description beside most of the paintings to help people understand what lay behind it and give a bit of context to it. And that's received a really good response. I'm very pleased about that. This painting started off as an acrylic on paper, and then I stuck it onto a board, and it didn't stick very well, so it got all these creases. And then I thought I would make it a painting all about Big Brother and 5G, and I have no knowledge of telecommunications at all, so I have no idea about 5G. But I thought I'd explore the subject a little bit in the painting. And luckily, with the creases in the paper, it almost gives a sense of electric currents going through the room. As I sanded away the top surface of the paper, a snake-like thing appeared, so I decided to embellish it. I found 2 snakeskin heads, so added the snakeskin there. This Chinese symbol character means to control, and so it's really about the idea of dragnet surveillance, and the idea, someone said 20 years ago, that we were in danger of sleepwalking to a surveillance society, and it seems we've long since passed that point.